Alright, this is the third time I've recorded this because the first time, little Miss Talia decided she needed to jump up here in the middle of the video. And the time before that, I was missing a gun. Which is that one. Which is actually the start of the video because this is guns that I have carried. I'm kind of looking for advice on a gun for my brother to carry. He has no handguns. He has a semi-auto shotgun and that's it. And clearly you can't carry that. So these are guns that I have carried. So the first gun that I ever actually carried was this. This is a Smith & Wesson Mmp 360. It's a 357 Magnum. It's got the XS white dot night sights. I'm not gonna lie, I shoot 357 Magnums out of this thing. It sucks. This gun weighs right at a pound loaded. And to shoot it, it is not fun. I mean, you better have an absolute death grip on it. And even then, it's just BAM! I mean, it freaking hurts. To shoot 38s out of it, it's not that bad, though. So the next gun I decided I needed to try was this. This is a Colt 1911 Defender. Basically, it's an officer-size handgun. I'm not crazy about the rubber grips. And if I was still carrying it, I'd have replaced these sights by now. It is unloaded. Yeah, no mag. Yeah. All of these are unloaded, actually. So, it's not a bad gun, but it is a little heavy for carrying it. But it's not that bad. I actually have had to pull this one out before because my neighbor, she doesn't live there anymore, but came over, wanted me to take her to the pantry, I assumed to get cigarettes, and I was like, okay, hold on, let me put on some actual pants so I can, put my gun on, because there's no way it would have stayed up in a pair of sweatpants. So we went to the store, and there were these kids. They were probably in like middle school, maybe freshmen in high school. They thought they were so funny. They're over there flipping me off like the entire time she's in the store. And they just keep getting closer and closer to the truck. One of them gets a little ballsy and knocks on the window of the truck. Well, by that time, I had already pulled this out. I wasn't even pointing it at anything. I literally just had it in my hand, just holding it. And he gets up to the window, knocks on the window, and sees the gun. Oh shit, we probably better stop fucking around here. And probably pissed himself and took off out of there so fast the flash couldn't have beat him out of there. Yeah, funny story. So the next gun I decided I should probably try is this. This is a commander size 1911. It's a Colt. It's not horrible, but for a gun this big, because this is a full-size grip, to only hold 8 rounds, come on now. Occasionally I'd carry it in a shoulder holster, but 8 rounds out of a gun this size, come on. So both of these, I wouldn't recommend them for somebody that's just starting to carry a handgun. They're too heavy. They're way too hard to take apart by comparison to something like this or any of these. Yeah. Next gun I decided I should try. I already had a 226. That was too big. I like the idea of that gun, but of basically a compact version of the full-size thing. That's what this is. This is a SIG 229. It's actually the M11A1. It's a double action, single action variant of the 226. It's just smaller. You can't quite get your whole, I mean, I can because I don't have like monster John Wayne hands, but yeah, the average person's probably not going to be able to get, it's probably going to be something closer to that for their pinky. But this gun, it's double action, single action with a dedicated decocker. There's no manual safety. The only thing I've ever replaced on it is that trigger. It had the short reach trigger, which this is unloaded. When you fired it in double action mode, it would pinch my finger between the back of the trigger and the frame. I was like, and we can't be having that. It also does have the short reset trigger, which I don't know if I'm going to be able to demonstrate this or not with one hand. Probably not, but suffice it to say, the trigger, when you fire it, like right there is the reset, which is insane. So you literally could just like machine gun the crap out of this. Well, that gun was fine, but a little heavy. So back to the roots, where it all started. Even though the first gun I had was a 17, this is a 19. This gun's great. I have no problem with this. This CMOS version. At some point, if, you know, the whole COVID shit ever ends, supposedly, according to another website, because I ordered a red dot for, it's not a, I'm probably not going to put it on this. Probably put it on my 34, but Aimpoint Acro P2. I ordered it July 31st. It's still not here. It probably won't be here until March or April of next year, which is insane. But yeah, Gen 5 Glock 19. These are Trijicon HD night sights, the orange variant. It's nice. I haven't done anything besides replace the sights. Yeah. Basically, ambi slide stop. The mag release can be switched to the other side. And the trigger's not that bad on this. And it fits my hand fairly well. And it's not crazy heavy like that SIG or these 1911s. So, the next gun I decided I needed to carry in the summertime, because that's a little too big to try to conceal it. The Dickies shorts that I like to wear, there's no stretch to them. So, we'll have to get something smaller so I can pocket carry it. This is a 26, made in the good old US of A. Same Trijicon night sights. Essentially, it's the same gun. The slide and barrel are shorter, and the grip is obviously shorter. You're only going to be able to get 2 fingers on it unless you do what I did, which is take one of the 3 mags, or 2 of them, in order plus 2 base plate. This isn't. I'm not going to go dig it out because it's not really all that relevant to the video. Well, then I decided I really like carrying this J-frame in an ankle holster. I think it excels at that as a backup gun. I think where it sucks is shooting it. So, yeah. I went and got a Glock 43. Initially, I was opposed to the 43. I was like, but it doesn't take the original mags. Well, that doesn't either. So, why does it matter? If you're just going to ankle carry it with one mag, this is super concealable because it's a good bit thinner than yeah, it's quite a bit thinner. It's a little bit lighter, and yeah, it's 100 times easier to shoot than that is. The downside to this is, which I've never found a 43 that doesn't have this problem. This is unloaded, if you're wondering. It is very hard to hold this steady and fire it without... I'll show you what's going to happen here. Watch the front sight. I don't know if you saw that or not, but it basically jerked. It wasn't quite that severe, but it was... I could feel it and see it. I mean, I don't think it'd be that big a deal if you're carrying it and expect to shoot it within, I don't know, 3 to 7 yards. I think you could hold it on target. But yeah. So yeah, the whole purpose of this video was, one, show off the handguns that I have carried before, and ask for suggestions on a gun for my brother to carry. And yeah, see if anybody wants me to make a video on my AR-15. Alright, that's it. See ya.